Greetings. Well, that was Friday the 13th, and what a wonderful day. Remember, there's 13 cards in a suit in playing cards. It's your four horsemen of death. What suits you? You could go for diamonds, that sort of material. You can go for clubs, that's a weapon. You can go for spades, that's digging death. Or you can go for hearts. I think I'd go for hearts. Well, let me explain. I did a hangout on Sun and Moon Family Channel. Karen and Nigel, who is Devil's Playground channel, and Claudio. I haven't got the right screen up. I'll put links into your channels. That's going to be the easiest way. Best bit, I fucked up. I really messed up. Do unto others as you would like done to you. You see, if we raise people on a pedestal and sing the praises, well, remember, we're all walking a spiritual path. So if you raise somebody up, would you want to be raised up? Because you're walking your path. Now, if there's not somebody else to then take that next footstep, well, you're going to fall again, because it puts everybody under a pressure. Hana is such an inspiration, and she made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't like it because I know deep down it's true. I thought, I'm being honest talking about chronic fatigue syndrome, but it is an excuse, isn't it? It's right. It's the uncomfortable feeling comes out of this, because it's like I really thought I got it, and back to the end of the queue, back to school. You haven't got it, and I haven't. I know I haven't, but I want to know that. We learn by our mistakes, so they're not intentional mistakes. Obviously, it's not really knowing ourselves, and it's not something I've done that often, is actually name names. But the other reason for this video is Stormy Gale. I could have answered it as a written comment, but this warrants to be a video, because we can all read messages and interpret them. Imagine if you've just had an argument with someone. How do you feel inside? You're still angry. Now you see a message and something in there that you've got that feeling of anger, pent up anger, so you can now dump it off onto somebody else because you don't like what they've said, because you've allowed that feeling to take over. We all do it. I've done it. It's just recognising it and getting control of it. So there's also the ego. It's like, you thought you'd got it. And then there's that, shut up. I don't want to feel like that. But if I'm honest with myself, I want to be able to see and feel that and know. So I know that experience, because it is all an experience. So Stormy Gale, you asked a question. See, when you're in school, you have to follow a curriculum. You're going around in a circle of We create from sound. So you're going around a curriculum. You've got to stick to the syllabus. Oh, there's so many ways I can explain this. This is the hardest part sometimes with the videos, because I know I go all over the place. And Hana pointed out that we all well, I know I do it. I think you're thinking the way I'm thinking, well, and I'm then not giving the message in the right way. That's needs inward thinking. I hope this is making sense. It's worth playing these things more than once. You just know, because we all hear things, but it can be just a noise if we're not really taking it in. It's like Hana has said, it's the art of listening, where we've got to listen to each other. Don't think, oh, I'm bursting to respond to that, because then you're missing what the other person's saying. It's all two-way traffic. I'm guilty of it. I can want to say something and I've got to then stand back and think, no, let them speak. They've as much right to speak as I have. They want to express what they want to express. If I want them to listen to me, then I have to give them the same courtesy. I should not have to. That should come naturally. Musically, because it's all about sound vibration. So if we look at the music score, because we do have a score to settle, and this just is coming, and I hadn't sort of planned to explain it quite like this, but I've started, so I'll finish, as they used to say on one of the quiz shows. Yeah, so you've got the two fives, the two staves. Now in between that is this invisible middle path where you've got the middle C. But you've got a treble clef and a bass clef. Clef is cleaved. You can be cleaved unto or cleaved apart, like with a meat cleaver, the Grim Reaper. So you've got your treble clef and your bass clef. And take things down to basic levels, bass IC. But remember, it's the mind's eye as a single eye. It's that all-seeing eye, not on the dollar, but on the true wealth. It's the mind's eye, the inner sight. That's the true wealth, because everything is the mirror. So that's the material wealth as a dollar, or dollars is soul lard, because it's always flipped, reversed, mirrored. It's a repeat pattern. It's whoever you listen. Well, we listen to each other, but remember, it's like the flower of life pattern, and we're very much like the time, we're like the clock face. There's the 12 and 1, so you've got, like with the zodiac, you've got 12 different aspects, but they're all of one. This is why 13 is such a wonderful number. It's put across as being an unlucky number, but it's only unlucky if you feel it is unlucky. Numbers are neutral. We've swayed all over the place. Going back to the music, so we've got the stave, you've got the treble and the bass clef. There's two different roots there, but there's a middle path as well with a middle C. The sight, again, of the mind's eye. Now, after your key signature and your timing, you got to make note of the sharps, the flats, and the naturals. You got to know what key, what frequency that you're in. Because the sharps are the things that prick you, that make you feel, brings up emotions. The flats are when you're feeling flat, you're feeling down, because we're at the base level, we're in the bass clef. there's a major and a minor to all this as well, same as a major and a minor arcana with tarot cards, for example. And we're back to playing cards, and that equates to the minor arcana of the tarot cards with the playing cards. I know this is all over the place, but I can only give you this train of thoughts as it comes. It's the way it is. Let's try and keep this on track. Let's keep within the stave here. So take note of the sharps and the flats and the naturals. Know what key you're in, because you want to be in the right key to be in harmony. You want to be all playing together as one big orchestra, really. But what is orchestrating, what is conducting? I mean, look at the electrical analogy to that as well. So when you're asking, you are as king, because the quest eye is on. So stormy gale. If everything we do is predetermined, what the hell? Are we here to experience a body if it's all an illusion? Well, we are here to have to go through experience. We are in our most contracted form within the prison of the rib cage. We're far more than this. This is the Creator having the experience through the personifications. How do we put this? A film. Or, no, let's start with it's a script that's been pre-written, it's prescribed here. And so, you know, from that imagination, that creation, the creator, the writer of that script, to write that script is going to live that part. So you've got your back scene, so it's what family you're placed with, what level of wealth or poverty you're in. These are all little variations. That's all the back scene. That's all the thing. Now we've got this character in this play, but we just have to hand over the controls of it, because we've got the free will. We can try and do it. See, this video has come about because I think it's such a profound question, and never be afraid to ask a question, because it's the question we don't ask. Why don't we ask that question? What are we frightened of? Is it what other people will think? Certainly in me, the ego is saying, I don't want to appear stupid. So I will try and nurse that. Nobody wants to feel stupid, do they? Let's be honest. Let's be totally honest about this. They're all perceptions and judgments, really. This is all experiences. So I thought that was a wonderful question to ask, and I'm really pleased with myself for making a mistake, because I like to improve myself. The only way I'm going to do that is make mistakes, and even better if you point them out to me. I'm not going to take offence. I want to know, how do I know how I come across, if and especially if I'm saying something that's wrong, then I want to know, because what damage am I doing? What effect am I having? Do I want someone to tell me something that's wrong? So I don't really want to be passing on anything that's not right, that's morally wrong. a video I watched on a Plain Truth 7 channel, very short video, and it explains the difference between right and wrong, moral and immoral, perfectly. I'll endeavour to put the link in for that as well. That's fantastic, and I've also been sent a link. I've put it into a playlist and I can't remember which one I put it in. I will have to check on that. Thank you, Hannah. It's Bob Newhart. It's only 6 minutes long, called Stop It. There's all your answers there. I've watched it twice, and I'm going to watch it twice more and twice more, because that 6 minutes is loaded. Look, it's number 6 as well. It's actually 6 minutes 20 seconds. So 6, 2, there's the binary. 6 and 2 is 8. It's endless. There's so much. That's mind-blowing. And I love, no, I said shouldn't put anybody on a pedestal, but Bob, you're bobbing like the sun. Ah, that's the other bit. I'll come back to that in a minute. Bob Newhart. So the Bob. You're attaining to be like the sun. Well, the sun goes within the golden zone, basically, between the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn. So if you're in the northern hemisphere in the summer, you've got lots of light. The opposite of that, when you're in the winter time, you're in more darkness. But when you know where the light is, and remember, when it gets to December the 25th, the sun begins to rise again. It has to go down to rock bottom to be able to rise again. That's all we're doing. We're just in a very contracted experience, the most limiting experience. Don't really want to get any more limiting than this, because we'll be petrified. We'll be statutes and acts. I told you this is all over the place. But the sine wave moves like the serpent. It's the yin and yang. It's that fine line between the light and the dark. It's the balance between the two. So it's awareness, it's the inward journey. It's really digging inside yourself. I ain't got there yet. Long way to go. But one heck of a roller coaster, right? Because that's doing a sine wave as well. And what an awesome day. This is absolutely beautiful. The way everything is just, wow. Yeah. I'm not lost for words, but it's just, I can't even know how to put it into words. It's just seeing this wonderful tearing through the veil. Okay, not all of it, but a step closer for certain. And yeah, a lot of inner work still to do here. So what are we up to here? Oh, look, it's gone on quite a long one, 19 minutes, so yeah. But do ask questions. I love it, especially if I think, that's an interesting question. I can't answer that. I need to think about this. And then I've got to think about the impact of the answer, of my perspective on something and the answer I give, and what effect is that going to have on somebody else? Am I giving out a negative message? Am I giving out something that will benefit them? How is it going to make them feel? Would I want that done to me? It's two-way traffic. It's finding that balance. But what a absolutely wonderful time. Yesterday I said I'm firing on V12 cylinders. Well, that comes with a responsibility. I want to, was it pedal to the metal? I want to see what this baby will do, but that comes with a responsibility because I don't want to be running anybody over and hitting anybody. So back to the back of the queue for me. I've got to. There's no point accelerating if you can't brake. You've got to be able to be in control of that vehicle. So the L plate, the red L on the white square. Ooh, that's a whole. Just think, City of London, Genoa, Genoa, Janus, Noah, the first shipbuilder, Janus, Two-Faced, Free Will. It's all one. We're just a personal expression for the experience of one. Remember Psalm 82, ye are the children, you are sons, you are princes, but you will die as man, as generic man. The physical bodies will die, but you won't die. You're eternal. You're a son. Whether you're in a male or a female form, it matters not. You're all sons. The sun's internal. Find the light inside. Oh, look, I've gone on even longer now. So I am going to say ta-ta for now. That's very involved. I know. I do apologise and go back over it. Anything you're not clear on, just ask and I'll try and put it in different words. And I'll try and be the best I can. But I'm going to stumble along the way. And that's how we learn. I don't have any shame in it because this is part of the repentance. I can now change the state of mind so I don't make that mistake again. I'll only know that from experience and people feeling they can be honest and tell me, and I'm not going to get offended by it. I'm going to absorb that information and think, they have a point. I can see their perspective. I know my perspective, but their perspective is going to be different. So it's all about awareness. I haven't cracked it. A long way to go. Anyway, ta-ta for now.